Hey 49er fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Chat Sports. Before we start today's video, this is brought to you guys by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com/49ers for 20% off your first order plus free shipping. A great stocking stuffer for holidays are coming up. Again, go ahead, link in the description box, manscaped.com/49ers, sponsor for today's video. Okay, it is a Tuesday. I was off yesterday. I was traveling back home to Texas to see the family for the entire week, and yet even when I am on vacation, we're still updating you guys on the latest 49ers news and rumors. The bye week is over, and now we focus in on, this late playoff push against the LA Rams starting on Sunday. Quickly, COVID has, of course, struck the 49ers. It really started last week, and now they keep adding players to the COVID reserve list, which, again, doesn't guarantee they actually have COVID. Could be a contact tracing thing, so they could come off this list at any time, but more players are being added, so we need to go ahead and update you guys on who those players are. Again, there shouldn't be a problem on Sunday. I think the majority of these players are going to go ahead and play. The majority of them have either minimal symptoms or zero symptoms, no big issues with COVID, as we've seen in the NFL, right? Most guys have been totally fine. There have been very few that have had serious, not feeling well sort of problems with COVID due to the fact that they're of the right age group and the right, health and athleticism. I think Andy Dalton, the Cowboys, felt pretty bad last week, but he still played on Sunday. So anyway, here's your list, of course, the first four who are currently still on the COVID list. And again, depending on when you watch this video, maybe someone has been taking off, but right now, this is what we know. Trent Williams, of course, Daniel Helm, Brandon Aiyuk, these are starting players. You look at a guy like Aiyuk and Trent Williams are both starting players on this list. The one concern with Trent Williams is he did have the whole cancer thing that happened last year, and one of the reasons why he, of course, missed the entire 2019 season, so there's a little bit of a fear there, but again, he's been asymptomatic, no issues there. It might have just been a contact tracing positive. They haven't really officially announced it yet, but you've also had Javon Kinlaw, Eric Armstead, DJ Jones, Jordan Willis, Joe Walker. You've had a lot of players go ahead and test positive for COVID-19, and as I said last week, because I think we got the Kinlaw and the Armstead stuff happened last week, this is good in terms of the fact that it's a bye week, so extra time to go ahead and kind of, figure things out and rest up and get ready to go for Sunday. But so far, they do have people who are positive. But with that being said, they have basically zero concerns about any of them not playing on Sunday. But again, things can change the next couple of days, and so we'll stay up to date on whenever that sort of a thing were to happen. Kyle Shanahan was asked about this in terms of, I think, last week during the bye week, because a lot of players like to travel and kind of get away during the bye week. Not happening this year. Shanahan said, quote, "It's totally different this year, just because you've got to get tested every day. So this is the first year where getting on a plane or going somewhere is not really an option. Everyone's got to be up to the facility sometime between 11 a.m. so we can get our testing in and have it back for the next day." So basically he's saying there is no, going on a little mini vacation to Mexico or wherever you want to do with your family, because you got to be tested every single day before 11 a.m. That way they get the results for the next day. So more study time. Guys are probably staying longer at the facility because there's nothing else to do. But this is how they're able to get all these positive tests and kind of weed out the COVID people during the bye week and hopefully during this week as well. That way they're healthy and good to go on Sunday. The NFL has done a great job. No issues. The NFL has had a couple of little outbreaks, the Titans, the Raiders, but overall, the NFL has done a fantastic job with COVID, so I'm not concerned or worried about this at all. Drop a like quickly to wish the 49ers a healthy week this week, because again, you want these guys to return. You don't want Aiyuk to miss games, or Kinlaw, or Armstead, or even Trent Williams. They need them to be out there, so drop a like. That way they go ahead and show your support to get healthy during the week of, not only last week, but this week as well, heading into the Rams game. Before we keep going, as I said, our sponsor for today's video is Manscaped.com. Go to manscaped.com/49ers and go ahead and pick up great packages, great products, I should say, for Christmas. These are great stocking stuffers. Get like the perfect package, Lawnmower 3.0, plus all the deodorants, the carrying case. This is the perfect gift for anyone in your life looking to go ahead and clean things up a little bit. And again, they fit in the stocking, a great stocking stuffer overall. Link is down below in the description box. You get 20% off your first order plus free shipping. So you gotta spend money on Christmas anyway. Why not do it with us? That way you save 20% and get free shipping as well. Manscaped.com/49ers. Okay, we've talked a lot about Jimmy Garoppolo on this channel. This should almost be the Jimmy Garoppolo report, not the 49ers report, because we're all wondering what's going to happen with Jimmy Garoppolo, not only this year, coming back from the high ankle sprain, but also going forward in the future. He's signed, but of course, no guaranteed money, and so the speculation has been, we talked about it, right? Will he be back? Will he not be back? Will they sign a quarterback, draft a quarterback? Who really knows? Well, it looks like it's going to really depend on what Kyle Shanahan wants, which we've talked about in the past. But Chris Sims, the former quarterback, and of course he's like an NBC host, gave pretty good insight on why he thinks Garoppolo will return in 2021. First off, let me ask you guys this. Does Jimmy G return in 2021, yes or no? How are you feeling right now? Because I feel like this changes. I've asked this before. It changes. Maybe he comes back this week. Oh, no, I don't think he comes back this week. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. As I said, Chris Sims on NBC Sports, I believe, and the court could have been Pro Football Talk, either one of those national networks, had this to say about Garoppolo coming back next year. Quote, one thing that Jimmy G will have in his favor more than anything right now is no matter what happens, when the season is over, Shanahan and Lynch are going to sit down and go, well, we're a lot better with Jimmy G than we are without him. We can't win a game without him. When we have him, we win, and we're kind of fun to watch. And he's right about that. I mean, technically, when Garoppolo's been out there, the Niners have done very, very well. Now, Garoppolo hasn't been out there a lot. He's had a lot of injuries in his career, but look at last year. They won a lot of games. They were a lot of fun. And I think the thing that goes into the favor of Jimmy Garoppolo is that, well, if he was healthy this year, and if they had Raheem Mostert, and they had George Kittle, and they had Deebo Samuel, and they were all healthy, this would be a totally different ball game. And again, even though a lot of people don't think that is true, they think Garoppolo is not good, what we've seen from Jimmy Garoppolo in a limited amount of playing time is he can win football games and get the 49ers within, a fourth quarter deep ball to Emmanuel Sanders away from winning a Super Bowl. So, will Garoppolo come back next year? I have no idea. And again, whenever this happens and whenever we know for sure, I'm sure we'll have like weeks and weeks of breakdowns on this channel. But it is interesting that not only Shanahan has backed him up, but Chris Sims makes a pretty good point about, hey, they won with him, and winning is all that matters in the NFL, and they might just use that to go ahead and convince themselves to bring him back in 2021. Quickly, I looked through the list of free agent quarterbacks in 2021, and it's not great. I mean, with Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, Dak Prescott, Phillip Rivers, Jacoby Brissett. The two you would want from that list would be Dak or Brissett if you were to sign somebody. But is Jacoby Brissett really that much better than Jimmy Garoppolo? I mean, he's not starting right now. If Phillip Rivers is starting in front of him, the only player on this list that would make sense is Dak Prescott. I've talked about him before on this channel. It's a pretty brutal injury, and there's no guarantee he comes back at 100%. Plus, he'd have to relearn the Kyle Shanahan offense, and his mobility is not that much better than Jimmy Garoppolo. So what are you really getting? You're getting a slightly better Jimmy Garoppolo, or is Jimmy Garoppolo better overall because he understands the system? It's a question mark you got to go ahead and ask yourself there for sure. Quickly, go ahead and subscribe to the 49ers Report, as of course, even though it is Thanksgiving week, we'll still have plenty of great videos happening in the days and weeks to come. Also, if you're subbed, you'll be able to get in on our mailbag questions later on this week, so go to our community page here on the channel. You can ask a mailbag question. Just look for that question to go ahead and pop. Quickly, let's look at the current NFC playoff picture. The Rams did win last night, which it's not good for the 49ers, but it's also not bad. The only way the 49ers are going to go ahead and make the postseason, as we know, is they basically have to win out. I mean, you got to start winning some football games, and it starts on Sunday. Your best shot is to go ahead and beat the Rams on Sunday, get a little run going here, and then maybe lose one more, because 9-7 probably gets you in. Doesn't guarantee it, but 9-7 probably gets you in. But I think the hope is that you would go ahead and surpass either the Rams or Cardinals right now, and they play, of course, the Cardinals and the Rams, and of course the Seahawks again too later on. But right now, they need some help, and so your current playoff standings are, a little iffy, not dead yet. Of course, we'll admit when the Niners are officially dead, but I still feel pretty confident in their chances, and Kyle Shanahan does as well. But last night, the Rams winning, you were kind of pulling for Tom Brady there late in that football game because the Rams come down, Niners go up. That's good news for San Francisco. And speaking of next week's game, the lines are in already for the Rams game. Obviously, 49ers on the road, afternoon against LA, SoFi Stadium. It's -7. I mean, the Rams are 7-point favorites, a touchdown right now. And honestly, rightfully so. They're pretty good. I'm not going to lie. The Rams have been pretty good the past couple of weeks, so we'll see if that line changes. But, of course, if you guys want to bet on this game or bet on any other 49er game, or really any other NFL game, do it with our friends at BetUS. Great deposit bonus right now for if you guys want to sign up for the very first time. Go to chatsports.com/49bet. Use that promo code Niners125. Put $100 down. Use that promo code Niners125, and you will get a 125% deposit bonus. So basically, put $100 down, use the promo code, turns into $225 for you guys to bet on. You throw $30 here, $40 there, whatever feels good. Win some money, have some fun this week, and do it with our friends at BetUS. If you have any questions about betting, sports betting can be a little weird. You can always email us. We'll answer you guys via email, 49ers@chatsports.com. Okay, final story here on a Tuesday 49er Report. There are some rumblings that Richard Sherman could go ahead and move to safety, at least some former 49er safeties who have basically said, hey, Sherman should move to safety this offseason. And honestly, I feel pretty good about this actually happening because it not only makes a lot of sense, but it makes a lot of sense not only for the team, because I think the safeties this year have not been that great, but also for Richard Sherman, who, of course, has been injured a lot. The fact he's been able to just even remotely come close to playing again this year based on the whole calf thing has been great news. And I think if he can play for the next couple of games and play at a high level, his chances of returning next year are pretty strong. Now, the question is, would he return as a cornerback or as a safety? At his age, safety might make a little bit more sense than corner. I'll ask you guys this first, because I've talked about Sherman being a free agent a lot on this channel. You think he'll be a 49er in 2021? I mean, they'd have to re-sign him, so what do you think? Why for, or one for yes, two for no? Curious your thoughts on that one. Former 49ers cornerback Eric Davis was on a podcast a couple of days ago and was asked about this whole idea. And Eric Davis has a great answer on Sherman moving to safety. Quote, I would love for Sherman to move to safety because the safety position has to get more productivity. Richard Sherman has the body, he has the mindset, he has the intent to be a high-level safety. I think Sherman would be a Pro Bowl safety. That's big. I see Sherman moving to safety and having the same effect that Merton Hanks moving to safety had. Now, of course, there are some concerns here because you got to hit as a safety, and even if you're a free safety, you still got to be able to come up and make tackles in the box. Sherman's not the best tackle in the world. He's not the worst tackler in the world, but of course he's not really known for his tackling. He's known for his covered abilities. But I do think if Sherman wants to play for the next 2 or 3 years like he says he wants to, a move away from cornerback and to safety could make a lot of sense. Now, if he did that, you have a hole at corner, which would make drafting a cornerback in the 2021 NFL draft all the more likely. And again, there are some good ones out of Alabama and the SEC in general. But this is a move definitely to keep an eye on, and I think that as we get closer to the offseason, Sherman has to make that call if he wants to, be an analyst in the booth or play another season. Who really knows? I think the impact that will have will be felt this offseason in terms of what they do in free agency or the NFL draft. But it's just so far, it's like far in the future. So it's kind of like we touch on it now, but also, we might shift things a little bit because, it is still, November right now. So things can change. The important part here on the 49ers Report. All right. I'll tell me out for today here on the 49ers Report. Again, want to get you guys the latest news on the COVID stuff. Looks like it's going to be okay. We'll keep an eye on it. And again, follow me on Twitter at @RealThomasMott in case there are ever any changes, because when there are changes, then I only retweet or like stuff or tweet stuff, so a great place to go ahead and follow. And then, of course, be subscribed here as well. Ultimately, out for today here on the 49ers Report. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hopefully, you're being safe this Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you potentially can see some family as well. Enjoy your week. Look out for more videos because we'll be doing a lot of them this week, as we always do. Ultimately, out for today in the 49ers Report. I'm Thomas Mott, signing off for the rest of your day.